So what up, CDC3 fans? Always wanted to say that. You know who it is. If you don't, it's your boy Shake, and it is time to announce the winners of the first round of CDC3. I know the suspense is killing some of you guys, especially the competitors themselves. And it's funny because no one actually knows. I haven't said a single word to anyone about anyone that is advancing. No one should know except for maybe the judges if they actually intermingle amongst themselves. So I'm pretty happy to announce this, and it's going to be pretty exciting for some people. But we are moving forward to the second round of CDC3. But I'm not going to delay this any further. Let's go ahead and jump right into this. And you should know and you should remember that the judges were scoring these competitors based on a scale from 7 to 10, just like real life dunk contests. So the lowest score you can get is a 7, the highest score you can get is a 10. So ultimately the highest score you could actually have after 5 judges voting on you would be a 50, so that would be the highest score. Again, the highest score would be a 50. So starting with the first matchup, the @29 versus YMDTV Gento. I like to just call him Gento. This was a phenomenal matchup, but the winner of that round, that matchup, the one that will be advancing to round 2 is, with a score of 42, Gento. For the second matchup, Stacks Montana versus the Flight Mike, aka Mims, with a score of 42. The winner of that matchup is Stacks Montana. So Stacks Montana will be advancing to the second round of CDC3. The next matchup, D-Man UNT 2014 versus Frequent Flyer, with a score of 43. The winner of that matchup is D-Man UNT 2014. You will be advancing to the second round of CDC3. The next matchup, They Call Me Kuda versus King Greco, with a score of 43. The winner of that matchup is, well, here is the first tie in the entire competition. We actually had a tiebreaker. We had to go to the fan votes between Kuda and Greco. And after a thorough count, with a score of 43, the winner of the matchup between They Call Me Kuda and King Greco is They Call Me Kuda. That was a very interesting matchup. The first tie, I didn't think after 5 votes from 5 different judges that would even be possible. But they had a tie. It was a tiebreaker. They both had a 43. We had to go to the fan votes, which is you guys writing in the comments. So your votes are very important, man. They really came down to how many people voted for Kuda in the comments versus King Greco. And in that competition, Kuda will be advancing. In the matchup between Young Quavo and K Spade, with a score of 43, the winner of that matchup is Young Quavo. Now this was pretty shocking to me. We had an underdog victory in this case, and this is pretty awesome. You know, it was pretty cool to see that. You know, they're both good friends. K Spade, easily one of the greatest commentators on YouTube, has a rocking channel. So it was really cool to see a new guy, new face on the come up win this matchup. The next matchup, Kel Hit 'Em Up 95 versus Libro Santiago, with a score of 42. The winner of that matchup is Kel Hit 'Em Up 95. This one was crazy because after the judges' votes came in, Kel Hit 'Em Up only won by 1 point over Libro Santiago. The next matchup, X Chase Money versus I'm Virus, with the score of 43. The winner of that matchup is Chase Money. And last but certainly not least, the matchup between Bud2407 and Sub the Gamer. With a score of 41, the winner of that matchup is Bud2407. So that was really cool. It was here's another case where we have an underdog that comes out swinging. Whatever he did, it definitely impressed the judges. So Bud2407, congratulations, you will be advancing to the second round of CDC3. So moving forward, the future matchups of round 2 of CDC3 would be Young Quavo versus Kel Hit 'Em Up 95. That should be a really interesting matchup. And the next matchup would be Chase Money versus Bud2407. Another huge matchup. The next match would be YMDTV Gento versus Stacks Montana. That should be a really hard knuckle fight. We'll see who wins that one. And last but not least, the matchup between D-Man and They Call Me Kuda should be an epic fight. We'll see who makes it to the final 4. So right now, it's actually pretty hard to see who the fan favorite would be. I'm not exactly sure. You guys have to write that in the comments who you guys think is the fan favorite. And as far as a judging favorite, there was a lot of 43s and 42s here. So we'll see. I mean, it's really hard to determine, you know, who actually is the man in front right now, because the scores are so close. No one, it's either you have a 42 or you have a 43. No one really broke out in front so far. So this matchup should be really interesting. In the description, there'll be a link to all the judges' votes, and you'll be able to see which judge was the most generous and which judges were the least generous. And before I wrap this up, I want to give a huge shout out to everyone that competed, all you guys that are moving forward and advancing in the contest, and all you guys that are not moving forward, the @29, the Flight Mike Mims, Frequent Flyer, King Greco, K Spade, Libro Santiago, I'm Virus, and Sub the Gamer. I really appreciate your contribution to the contest. You guys did a phenomenal job, and you know, we wish you guys the best. We know you guys, some of you guys are great commentators, already have great channels, and I expect to see a lot of success, and hopefully we might see you guys next year. And so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Look out for CDC3 round 2 coming this weekend. It's your boy Shake. I'll holla at you dudes later.